Is Russia planning a nuclear strike on Ukraine? There are several reports that Russia could go all nuclear if they fail to capture eastern Ukraine. Ukraine has been giving Russia a tough time during the war. A war that should have been over by now will complete a year next February. Russia has now employed some crazy tactics to try to get an upper hand in the war in Ukraine. Recent reports suggest that Russia has deployed its nuclear submarine. Stay tuned and watch as we take a look at Russia's nuclear submarine and see why NATO is so concerned. Before we begin this video, if you're new to the channel, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Turn on the bell for the latest notifications and updates. That way, you'll never miss a video from us. With that said, let's not waste any more time and get right into today's content. So as per reports that came out at the beginning of last month, NATO warned inverters that a Russian nuclear power submarine has gone missing from its base in the Arctic Circle. While several media outlets have been reporting this, the Kremlin refuted these claims. Italian newspaper La Repubblica reported that NATO sent out a memo on the movements of the Belgorod nuclear submarine. In the note, NATO said the Belgorod is no longer operating out of its White Sea base, where it had been active since July. Fox News quoted officials saying Russia may plan to test Belgorod's Poseidon weapon system. Russian officials say the submarine has the ability to create a 1,600-foot nuclear tsunami that could drown coastal cities. The 600-foot submarine, Fox said, was delivered to the Russian Navy as part of Putin's program to develop and operate a series of new superweapons. So what exactly is the Russian nuclear submarine capable of? Let's have a look. The K-329 Belgorod is a modified design of the Oscar II class Russian nuclear submarine. It was originally laid down in July 1992 as a Project 949A cruise missile submarine, but later was redesigned and the partly built hull was used to be reconfigured as a special operations vessel, able to operate unmanned underwater vehicles. The vessel was relaid in December 2012. Due to chronic underfunding, its construction was suspended, then resumed at a low rate of progress before the ship was redesigned to become a unique vessel. The first Russian fifth-generation submarine, according to the Russian Ministry of Defense. The K-329 Belgorod, along with the Status 6 Oceanic Multipurpose System, was one of the last weapon systems presented by Russian President Vladimir Putin during his annual speech on March 1, 2018. It tested at sea in 1H 2022 and was commissioned by the Russian Navy in July 2022. The submarine was delivered to the Russian Navy on 8 July this year. The K-329 Belgorod is one of the largest submarines in the world with a width of 18.2 meters. In June 2019, U.S. military expert H.I. Sutton published satellite imagery of the Sevmash shipyard, which shows the K-329 Belgorod along with the K-549 Knyaz Vladimir of the Bori project, with the Belgorod visibly longer and wider. The Belgorod is equipped with a remotely operated underwater vehicle. The Poseidon-type underwater vehicle has a 10,000-kilometer range, can dive to a depth of 1,000 meters, and is designed to deliver nuclear warheads for the destruction of coastal infrastructure as a second nuclear strike option. The motherships for the Poseidon underwater drones are planned to be the 09852 Belgorod project submarines and the 09851 Khabarovsk project submarines. According to publications by the Russian state news agency TASS, the submarines can carry up to 6 Poseidon vehicles at once, and this view is shared by some military experts. The Belgorod project is aimed at the development of a multi-role submarine platform with wide range of intelligence capabilities in addition to its combat role. Among the strategic aims which have influenced the redesign of the K-329 Belgorod is the desire to set up and exploit the Arctic shelf as a major geostrategy objective for the Kremlin in the short to medium term, mostly for exploitation of energy resources in the high north, but also for control of the increasingly important sea trade route through the Arctic Ocean due to the melting of the Arctic ice. An example for this shift towards the Arctic region can be seen in a new project to modernize and deploy a network of sonar listening stations, positioned on the Arctic seabed code-named Harmony. High-ranking officials at the Pentagon, as well as officers from other NATO member states, have expressed their concerns in the period between the end of 2015 and the end of 2017 about the Russian plans for undersea cables for telecommunications. The new objective in April 2021 from the Russian Defense Ministry to send the K-329 into service in the Pacific Zone comes with rising military tensions in the North Pacific. At the time of the submarine's commissioning in July 2022, it was reported that she would operate in an initial experimental role with the Northern Fleet before transferring to the Pacific. That's it for this video. Hope you enjoyed watching this one. Thanks for watching.